Well, we're back at the project. We got the painter showing up in a few minutes, and there's just one more thing I want to do to these patches before he gets here, or right when he gets here. But first off, I need to take this down. I put this up so that they had light in their kitchen for a while, and now I'm just going to take it and unscrew it right here. Now I've got the light switch off. I always like to do that before I take stuff down, okay? That's all I'm doing. That's how easy those light trim units come down, okay? And that's all there is to it. This extra piece just kind of hangs down here. They should really figure something different out. I just kind of pushed it back up in there, okay? So let me get on with explaining to you this one last step. Now our patches look really good up there. I skip troweled them all, but there's one more thing I want to do. I want to wash this in around the outside edges so it kind of blends in better with the existing. I'm just going to take a wet sponge. I'm going to get it kind of go around the edges. If I don't do this, the paint may hit that and you might see a little bit high edge around the side, around the edge of this, okay? And that's going to dry really quick. I've just got a little wet sponge. This is what you call washing in the edges of your patch. You want to do this when you've got texture. If you put spray texture up there and you've got a little patch, you want to wipe that around like that. Okay? And I can even hit the top and just soften it up a little bit. Same kind of thing as sanding it, but if you've got in an area where people live and the kitchen area is all done, if you sand this, everything's going to drop down. I have to plastic off all the cabinets, all the countertops, and all that kind of stuff. That's all I have to do with that small patch area. And now that's ready to paint.
Painter's here.
Yep, the painter's here. I got to get going on these patches. A few more things to do, but so I'm just using a cheap little sponge like this, and here I've got some bigger sponges. This is a 2-pack, and if I had a lot of area to do, I'd use a sponge this big, but I'm kind of cheap, and I've just got a few patches up there to do, so I'm not even going to open this. Okay, I might save this for the next project or something, but I just wanted to show you this is the type of sponge that I use to rinse off walls, rinse off floors, and that kind of stuff, rather than something like this. Can you see how much more area, work surface area you can get on this, and it holds lots more water and all that kind of stuff. It's a little bit easier to use. But in this case here, a little sponge will do you. I got all my patches wiped down, and if this was an entire brand new ceiling, I wouldn't have done it this way. I would have just sanded it with the sanding pole and stuff, but because these are just small little patches, you can do it with a sponge. Hey Jim, we got Jim here. He's going to start painting in here pretty quick, so I'm glad I got here just before he got here. Right. Now, if you wanted to do all these little patches with a sanding pole, you could, but then around the edges, you'd still want to wipe them in and wash them in with the sponge so that they would blend in to the existing ceiling area, okay? All right, we're ready to rock and roll. The painter's here. Primer's getting ready to go up on the wall, and he's already put plastic down here. He's masked off around the windows and the little window stools and everything, even the base, and see, he preps everything. You got to prep everything proper. He's got his drop cloths down. He's got his light all ready, and I'm anxious to see how he does this.